We're shooting fashion film for a Panasonic new camera. The director, Michael Fulonger, is in the background prepping everything and making sure everything looks nice and neat.
At my therapy, we love shooting fashion, mainly because fashion loves the high-quality images that we produce. The biggest challenge about fashion films is really to be able to get image quality that is going to match the output of a stills photography.
So the concept today, basically a story about a girl, very constrained, being dressed in different ways. She finds her own voice, she finds her own personality, and finally the last shot is actually her personality. We finally get her at the end, and it's a complete contrast to the very still, static version we had at the beginning. When you're shooting stills, you only have to believe that model for a second. So you get that shot and you believe her right then. If you're doing a take, it's got to be a few seconds at a time. And so I think that can be a lot harder to achieve.
What's very specific about today's shoot is that we were giving like a very first, almost like a prototype of the GH4, which is the Panasonic's new, very small format 4K camera.
I think with fashion, people are used to seeing a lot of detail. Used to using higher f-stops in order to get everything very crisp. You want to be able to see the fabric and kind of almost feel the texture. And so in 4K, that's really going to come out. It's really going to jump off the screen a lot more, as it would on a magazine page. First impressions is it feels quite solid for such a small camera. It's a lot smaller than the cameras I'm used to shooting with. The screen is quite impressive. It's very sharp, it's bright, easy to see. Great to have focus peaking, something I really lack on some of the other smaller cameras. With fashion, I think it's often very important to see the texture of all the fabric in the shot, and there's often quite high contrast with the lighting as well. So you want a camera that can be able to handle many stops of latitude in order to get that detail, get the contrast in without blowing it out and ruining the image.
I'd say so far it's pretty amazing what you can get out of such a small camera, because I've just had little looks at the playbacks and it looks really crisp and really nice.
With the prosumer market expanding, there's a lot of people out there that are, that have ideas, that want to put them on the screen and maybe don't have enough money for an Alexa, in their back pocket. So they want to get their hands on tools that are going to give them a really nice professional filmic look without having to sell their car for it. And this is going to give them that for sure. It definitely is a good tool, and in the right hands, it'll make a beautiful film.